Hello. I was just doing some test hands and I came across a particularly interesting hand I just wanted to quickly touch upon. It was Albaz, Aluber, and I just want to do one more after that just to just show how I think about stuff. I'm not really a great Branded player. I've only been playing this deck for maybe less than a week, but I just thought I could really just share how I think about it and how maybe you can think about just think through your plays more when you're playing decks. So yeah, here's the hand that in question. The hand was, let's put stuff here for easier viewability in my arm. So the hand was Branded Fusion, Nadir's Servant, Cartesia, Aluber, and Albaz, right? This hand is kind of interesting. I separated in my head, as soon as I saw this hand, I separated into three different starter plays. I separated it into Albaz, Cartesia, Aluber, and Branded Fusion. And Nadir's Servant in this situation always going to be your extender, either at the end of the turn if nothing gets stopped, or if something gets stopped, this is what's going to extend you through to more plays. So, the first situation I just ran through in my head was, let's just say, I think, maybe not everyone, but I think a general start might be normal summon Aluber, right? It seems the strongest because Albaz isn't really getting you anything, and Aluber can grab you the Lost, which can grab you a Mercurial to protect against Nib if you go for the lock, right? So let's just run through that play for a real quick second. We go normal summon Aluber, activate the effect, and grab, let's just make sure we grab it here, grab ourselves the Branded Lost. All right, so we Branded Lost a hand now, and we have an Aluber on field. We'll activate the Branded Lost, activate the Branded Fusion. Now, this junction right here, if they activate Ash Blossom, let's just say they do. If they don't, this is a standard puppet lock with protection from Nib board. Very standard, I think. But if they Ash this, what plays do you have? Well, let's see. The Albaz is dead in hand. The Cartesia is dead in hand. Well, let's see what the Nadir Servant does here. We go Nadir, we dump the Sprint, and then we do the Sprint line that I showed. And now the problem with this is you don't have a lock. All you really are passing on is Mirror Jade plus a Mercurial. But what if I told you there was a way to make a lock with this hand through an Ash Blossom, even through a Nibiru? And the way you do this is actually by starting with the Albaz. So, let's just say I blind the Branded Fusion. I'm just assuming they have Ash, but even then, I think if I was going to go for a line that I'm going to show, I think I would even blind Branded Fusion. For Branded Fusion, they have the Ash. Sucks, whatever. But now we still have a lock here, which is really fun. Of course, it doesn't play through Imperm Veiler, or Bell, but it's playing through Ash, Nib, and I think it's just better than just going for the Mercurial, because that's also leading to the exact same stuff. Normal Albaz, special Cartesia. We're going to use Cartesia to fuse away into the Grand Guigonol effect, send the Puppet. Favorite card all, by the way. This card steals so many games, but so now we're here, right? We have the Puppet in the grave, but as you see, we don't really have a way right now on board to summon it. But this Nadir Servant is going to turn into a Sanctifier Dragon. I'll show you how to do that. You're going to go Nadir Servant. You're going to send the Sprint the Iron Dash, and you will grab from deck to hand your Fallen of Albaz. If I can find my boy, there he is. Now we're going to proceed to our end phase, where most of this turn is actually going to be played, really funnily enough. We're going to go Sprint effect in the end phase to summon out from deck a Springens monster, and we will summon out from our deck our Springens kits. You're going to activate the effect of Springens kit here on summon to add a Branded spell trap and place a card from their hand to the bottom. We are going to grab in this situation Branded and High Spirits. This is similar to the line you would do if the Aluber got stopped. It would you would do this next part of it differently. You're going to bottom deck the Aluber. Actually, not the next part, the part after this. Branded High Spirits, reveal Albaz, send Branded Dragon. Still in your end phase, you're going to go Branded Dragon here to set the Branded in red. If I can find the Branded in red. All right. One last thing before you pass your turn, you just need to make sure you grab the Cartesia back from your graveyard to your hand. So now you're in a situation where you have your Cartesia, you have a Branded red set, and you have an Albaz engraved. If we read here, Sanctifier is obviously the Cartesia and the Albaz. So now what we're going to do here is your opponent draws their turn, and in Chain to the draw phase, we're going to activate Branded red, targeting Albaz. We're going to add the Albaz to hand. Now, if this was the, let me quickly just ignore the Grand Gunoff. This was just to explain the Aluber line. It'd just be you go Albaz Kit for Lubellion, discard the last card in hand to make Mirror Jade, and you would have grabbed the, sorry, you would have grabbed the Mercury off the Branded High Spirits. But it's just a different line. But yeah, basically how this works here now is then you're gonna go Branded Red, target add, and then you're gonna fusion summon using your hand, the Albaz and the Cartesia. You're gonna summon Sanctifier Dragon. Now you're gonna use the Sanctifier Dragon effect because it is your opponent's turn, targeting the Nightmare and the Albaz. And now you have successfully puppet locked them. Now, obviously, you do not have much follow-up in this hand. You have Returning Branded High Spirits, and that's really all. If the Guiganol gets sent to grave, you can bring out the Luluwaleth. But like, it's nothing crazy, but it's definitely better than just ending up, in my opinion, on a Mirror Jade and Mercury in hand. And I just want to show you that. So let's just run through one more line just so I can tell you how I think about it. Just because, I don't know, it's fun to do this. So, let us just go, just shuffle everything back up. And if this, yeah, we'll just, cards. Alright, let's just draw the 5 from the top. Let's go one by one. Deployment, great card. Albaz, it's fine. Imperm, nice. Cartesia, this hand is... Ooh, this hand's actually interesting. This hand's very interesting. Alright. I'll just play it out. First of all, just like... I don't know. Let's see how I do this. So I think we're always starting with the deployment. And I think we're always revealing... I don't know... Mirror Jade. If I can find it, boy. And say, here's Mirror Jade. And here... is an Albaz. So now at this junction here, yeah, thinking about it, this hand is not the greatest, but let's see what we can do. We're always gonna be special summoning with Cartesia. Now the question is, what do we fuse? Well, we can, let's just put this to the side here and just like think for a second. Our options here are, if I can just find them quickly, Guiganol, Albion, this one, Sprind, and yeah, these are our 4 targets. Sprind, not really doing anything. Pop and Calm is not important. Sanctifier is an option. I probably wouldn't go into it with this hand. Let's just think for a second. Sanctifier. Yeah, probably wouldn't do Sanctifier here. Yeah, probably would not do Sanctifier at all here. Yeah, I don't think I would do Sanctifier. Albion just makes a Mirror Jade. And then Guiganol can send a Lubellion, but then you have no way to tribute it off because you don't have the dragon on field. I think Albion's the correct choice. Let's just see how this works out. We go Albion here, or I think you use the Albaz in hand. Go Albion. Think for a second here. You can go, oh well, see here's a funny thing, you're not actually fusion locked into, well no, you really are, but like, like SPN, no, but Albion here, you're gonna banish, I think you go, Cartesia Albaz could get you a Sanctifier, which doesn't do anything. I'm just trying to see if there's a line to get the Albion grave. I don't think there is, but I could just be missing one. As I said, maybe I'm just missing a line. But I think you really just go here, here for the Mirror Jade. And then the question here that you're really left with is, you have an Imperm Super Poly. You could set both. And then you can go like Mirror Jade maybe. Banish this. Send the Branded Dragon here. Move to end phase, grab this, and set the brain to retribution. I think this is what I would do. It's a really awkward line. You have almost no follow-up, like nothing, but like what this does really is the Mirror Jade's dead. So you have a special summon negate. You basically have a Caesar. And then the Super Poly is the big kicker, I think. You just discard the Cartesia. Make something fun, but I really, yeah. And then you have Imperm. This is okay, but not the greatest hand. But yeah, I just kind of want to show you how I thought about this stuff. So, yeah.